General Hospital recaps. June 24th reveal. Kai Taylor had news for Trina Robinson, and Isaiah Gannon made an offer. Also, Carly Spencer talked to Michael Corinthos about Daisy Gilmore Corinthos' christening and what happened to Willow Tate. Kai gives Trina news. Kai visits the gallery to meet Trina and informs her that he has accepted Drew Kane's internship offer. He shares that he initially declined the offer, but Drew clarified that the position is flexible and allows him to work from there. Trina is pleased that he's not leaving, but she still has doubts about Drew and believes that collaborating with him is a mistake. Kai understands that her parents have had negative experiences with Drew, but he feels that the congressman has always treated him well. His future is now full of possibilities, and he thinks politics could be a path for him. Trina worries about Kai's decision. Kai tells Trina that this is something he is eager to pursue, but he hopes it won't create distance between them. He values her concern, but he feels he must rely on his own judgment, and this is a fantastic opportunity that he cannot pass up. As Kai departs for a press conference, Trina kisses him and reassures him that she supports him. However, she appears anxious and worried he doesn't realize what he's getting into, and she decides to make a call. Trina calls her father, Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, and asks him to meet him at the gallery. Gannon makes an offer. In the hospital locker room, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, settles onto a bench with a sigh as Gannon approaches her, wearing nothing but a towel. After completing a grueling 16-hour shift, she barely has the strength to head home. While he gets dressed, he inquires if she might be overloaded with work. Portia confesses that she is deliberately avoiding returning home. Gannon proposes that she might benefit from a little distraction. He warns her that without some rest or a diversion, she'll end up exhausting herself. He extends an invitation to show her a good time, aiming to help her achieve a healthier work-life balance. Carly talks to Michael about Daisy's christening and what happened to Willow. Elsewhere, Carly asks Michael about Daisy's christening. His thoughts are clearly elsewhere. He feels happy about Daisy, but this celebration seems almost cruel to Willow. The kids miss her, and she has lost everything. Carly reminds him that Daisy is worth celebrating, and he has nothing to feel guilty about. They both feel relieved about how things have turned out, but he still struggles with how broken Willow was. His mom tells him that love doesn't disappear overnight. He hopes she will eventually be around the kids. The issue is Drew. Carly discusses how awful Drew's betrayal was. Michael finds him despicable and believes Willow needs to recognize that, and Michael's determined to remove him if he can make her see that Drew made her lose the kids. That should work. Nina is shocked Willow is marrying Drew. Back at the pool, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, is shocked to learn that Willow is marrying Drew. Willow explains that this is her way to regain custody of her children. She admits that it's not entirely a legal move. She genuinely loves Drew and plans to be with him. Nina believes the judge will think they are just marrying to manipulate the system, and Willow mentions that Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, suggested it as a legal approach. Her mother advises her to hold off on the marriage for now. If she wants to convince the judge that their marriage is genuine rather than strategic, she should organize a real wedding. Willow understands but wants her kids back ASAP. Nina talks to Carly. Willow recognizes her mother's perspective, yet the thought of being away from her children is intolerable. Nina steps in to assist her in crafting the wedding she has always envisioned. Willow responds that she will think it over and then departs. Upon encountering Carly, Nina expresses the urgency of contacting Michael right away, or else Willow might proceed with her marriage to Drew, and asks Carly to work on him about joint custody. They brainstorm strategies to eliminate Drew from Willow's life, with Nina asserting that the sole answer is to let Willow reunite with her kids, requiring Drew to stay away. Jordan's surprised to see Curtis at the pool. Jordan is taken aback when she sees Curtis swimming during the workday. She informs him that she can now afford a larger place and is planning to move. They reminisce about the life and death situations they faced together and remember their sweaty stakeouts without air conditioning. She recalls a night spent on the roof of his car, which was an amazing experience. They both acknowledge that this was a long time ago. Portia and Gannon arrive and notice them together as Curtis receives the call from Trina. Portia tells Gannon that it seems like her husband and his ex are acting inappropriately. Gannon confesses that he briefly dated Jordan. Portia shoots a glare at Jordan. When Gannon suggests they leave, Portia refuses and points out that Curtis hasn't even noticed her presence. He then gets a work call and steps away. Michael's surprised by Willow. Curtis rushes to Trina. Michael is taken aback when Willow arrives at Carly's place. She confesses that she was stunned by his full custody award, and it deeply affected her. He shares he was equally surprised. Willow expresses her desire for them to stop hurting each other, and he concurs. She then reveals that she is set to marry Drew. Meanwhile, Curtis hurries to the gallery, where his daughter tells him that Kai has accepted Drew's internship offer. He urges her not to let his personal issues with Drew interfere with her relationship. She questions how bringing back the escort is meant to benefit her and inquires about the kind of trouble she might be facing. Tracy discusses Drew's presser with Brooklyn. At the Quartermain residence, Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, informs Brooklyn Quartermain Chase Amanda Seton that she has accepted an offer from Drew, but now she must determine whether to proceed with it. She clarifies that Drew will drop the ketamine charges if she allows him to use the family name again. This proposition seems appealing to Brooklyn. Tracy confesses that her pride is hindering her decision, and her granddaughter encourages her to set aside her pride. Ultimately, all he receives is the name, not a position within the family. Meanwhile, Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, has a meeting with Drew at his office. Martin tells Drew that Tracy caved. He claims that Tracy has given in, and they have her exactly where they want her. He's already informed the media. Drew thinks that's fantastic and mentions that Willow has accepted his proposal. Martin is pleased to hear this. Drew is eager for Willow to take his last name, and Tracy, Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, and Brooklyn make their entrance. Martin is excited to greet them. After Tracy steps away, Chase and Brooklyn discuss whether she should proceed with this. The press shows up and Martin welcomes them, clarifying that they will be clearing Drew, who tells Tracy that this situation was unnecessary. She responds that gloating doesn't suit him, and he retorts that it doesn't suit her either. This is just more evidence that he's a true Quartermain.